Hello everyone. Hi, welcome and thank you so much for being here. We're going to do collective timeless reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time, but keep in mind it's still a general reading, so see which signs and symbols and messages resonate for you in your particular situation and hopefully help to bring you a little clarity on whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused about. It could broaden your perspective and show you something with fresh eyes, or narrow your focus, show you something that was in the dark, maybe something that was right there all along. But in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition, so your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest and greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. We're going to start a little bit obscure today. We're going to start with the Surrealist Tarot. Let's see what God's source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher self, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. Some messages of wisdom and insight for the collective. To be helpful, please, and thank you. Oh, well, that's a good place to start. We're starting with the Four of Wands. Very nice. There's this beautiful fountain in the middle of these four really cool looking trees. Oh, it's so interesting. I love these cards. So these trees not only are creating a structure, a foundation, a form of protection. I think of the four as, a platform to build upon, but they're actually brought together. It's like four heads, four corners, all coming together. They're actually bound together at the top, which is really interesting. It's almost creating a perfect canopy. Here, you see how they're kind of bound together? But I feel like it's on purpose. It's for a reason. You have this beautiful chalice, even though it's a wands card, that is just, it's just like bursting out. It's really cool. You actually have two people arriving on a boat by land, and there's so many roots. So I feel like something that's usually the cause for celebration, because sometimes this is a wedding card. It's that beautiful, perfect, passionate moment. It's the dance under the gazebo. It's that moment where time falls away, where you want so many more of these beautiful moments in your world. And that is what creates this canopy of not just blessings, but experiences that you just want to keep having. Here, I guess it's not getting in your land boat and showing up, or not realizing how deep the roots are in a situation, or how big and wide it can grow in your world. Here has two people, so you and someone else. I do feel like somebody is arriving a little bit before you, but it looks like you did take the journey together. So maybe there's one person is in a situation that maybe, I'm getting they did the rowing, put in some effort. Maybe they need a little pause or a break before they say yes to that dance. I love that it has this beautiful fountain, because it gives a little of the Ace of Cups energy in the middle of the Four of Wands, which is already fiery and passionate and creative and adventurous and beautiful. I kind of see like this moment may have been a long and windy road, though. It doesn't really look like an easy journey. It may have been a bumpy ride, but I feel like it is a worthy journey to finally arrive at this magical moment. And you get to see how many roots were already growing and how tall something can become. I do feel like somehow this is a form of protection here, or we're coming together. Something that maybe was growing separately before. This could also be like there's two people here. So let's say it's the masculine and the feminine energy of one and the masculine and the feminine energy of another, kind of all coming together to create this one beautiful moment. So that is the foundation of the reading, but I kind of want to bounce around. So let's go to the energy. Let's get some energy on the Four of Wands. A little more clarity on what this is about. Or I actually feel like I want to ask what the energy leading up to this moment was. So this could be the foundational energy to get to this moment. Or the past. Let's get one card. What was the push of this boat along this bumpy surface of earth to take you to this beautiful, it's like a little oasis. The push was getting past indecision. The push was choosing a path. It's being at this crossroad here. Do you go right? Do you go left? Do you go the shortcut? Do you go the scenic route, the long way? Which is the best way to go? I mean, it looks like choosing is the first step. Because whether you got there, and this was actually not such a windy, long road after all, or it was that other way that was a little bit different, a little bit longer, maybe a little bit harder, but worth it in the end. But either way, it's having to take those first couple of steps. So if you made it here, it looks like this indecisive energy is what was left behind. It's always hardest to just take that first step, but sometimes you do need a pause. You need to think about, hey, am I going to get there before dark if I take the long road? Did I bring my flint to start a fire if I have to stop halfway and put up the tent? If not, maybe today is the short route. Maybe tomorrow I'll go back to this crossroad and bring more supplies to make sure I'm prepared to go that way. There's always, there's always a decision. What's the best decision? It's contemplating something, being smart about something, but you got to put your heart and your energy and effort into those steps that you do make. And there usually needs to be some adjustment. What does this say? That way's unknown. And that way's unknown. So it looks like either of these paths is the choice between the unknown. You don't really ever know what's going to lie ahead until you start on that journey and you live in that moment. Hopefully it brings you to these moments. But it looks like whichever way you choose still brings this butterfly of transformation. You either choose one way and transform because you realize that's not quite the right way, or this could be someone else, or you choose the other way and you transform because that is the amazeballs way. Which one feels right? So let's see where this indecision is moving towards, or maybe where it is now. Because it is possible this boat ride is still happening and this is the destination. So where is this decision heading towards? It's also an 8, so that's infinity, manifestation, also karma. So maybe releasing old karma, old cycles. If you go on this one path and it's starting to not feel like the right path, or you're evolving in that metamorphosis to fly a different way, then it's having some courage to try something a little bit new, releasing an old way of doing something. Yeah, you not only have courage, you have now gained the strength to do it. You recognize how strong you are. Somebody else is recognizing how strong you are, how you can take steps in a new direction, go into the unknown. Look at those angels' gorgeous wings. So there is like a combination of as above, so below, that like instinctional side of you, that animalistic side, and like that higher self. I mean, we all have so many facets of us. I feel like this lion is protecting something very, very divine. Or it almost looks like this angel with its wings is almost protecting the lion as well. It could also be a Leo energy, but that's a 5. So that means that change is coming. And the 0 makes it the portal that you step through into a new dimension, a new you, the portal of protection. I see that sunlight behind the angel, which makes me think of clarity, the sunshine, warmth, opportunity. At the bottom, you do have patience. It looks like it's 10-10. That's a 16. That is a little bit of the tower energy. There may be patience. That's where you're getting your strength. Sometimes it's hard to be patient when you want something to happen, when you want to arrive at this awesome experience already, when this road is so long and windy, or you went down the wrong path, but it's bringing you the strength for somebody else. So if you are patiently waiting for something to happen, it will. Something's going to change. The winds of change are coming. Maybe something had to be broken down first with this, since it's the 16. That's kind of a tower energy. So if something was swaying, maybe a tree needs to fall down to purposely redirect somewhere down that path they didn't even know was through the woods and over the hill. Or it's just waiting for this snow to melt, waiting for that new period where new growth can sprout out of the ground and the birds start to sing and the warmth melts the snow. I feel like something is, like I see this crown and I feel like something is actually crystallizing. And there actually is this spiritual fiery energy that is around this clock. So, and it's here. So it's almost like feeling something in your gut, knowing something is going to happen. Maybe it's not on your schedule, it is going to come. But can you see that fire? It's like spiritual fire here. So there's like this flame that's already a flickering. It's just going to grow with the cycles and eventually melt all this snow. So, nice. Where do we go to next? I'm not sure why I want to grab this deck of cards. I don't know how it's going to necessarily merge with this, but I do, for some reason, I feel like I should grab it. So this is just the place. I mean, it looks like all of these energies here involve, except for the strength. Although the strength does have little fireflies, almost like in the grass here. So maybe there was a light on, off, on, off. Maybe that on button starts to come on and stay on rather than go off and on. Those could also be like ideas, illumination, but all the other 3 have trees. This one's almost like, it's interesting, it's almost like fall, with the fall leaves. They're off the tree. And then it's winter. You got the snow. And now this is either summer or spring. Although you may live somewhere where the season's kind of the same all the time. All right, let's get a place. See what comes up. See if it brings Like a deeper message. Wow. I think there's two here. Or maybe different messages. Oh, hey. Okay. Ooh, what? Like sometimes I like to have decks of cards, and I purposely do not look through them so that I am surprised and I get immediate messages when they come out. And I did not know that this card was in here. So apparently we have a rendezvous point. All right. Maybe that rendezvous point is in the woods. And then randomly we got the bank. So, I mean, it could be that you meet somebody at the bank, or the bank is important. Maybe the bank is the saving for something, for a journey. Maybe a side message is something that has to do with financial institutions, getting your finances in order. It's saving and I heard saving for a rainy day, actually, and investing. So it's investing wisely, maybe getting some really good advice that gives you maybe a stability. Maybe this is where the patient energy has had to happen. And then it's like loan and credit. So maybe some of you are actually getting a loan for something, a grant, even restoring your credit. I feel like that was just a little message that needed to come through, but it also could be that you just are going to the bank today. Hey, or maybe it's something to do, you know, with a bill or something like that. And that message just needed to pop out along with, hey, with this one, rendezvous point. Gosh. Oh, I mean, that would be this for sure. You know, so where to meet? Maybe meeting in a strange place. It's like this wet day. This guy looks like he did have a long journey on a horse in the middle of this town. It looks really old, actually. It kind of looks like being transported back into time. What does it say? It does say meeting place. Wow. Destiny unfolds and convergence. I really like that card. So maybe, you know, you're at the right place at the right time. Maybe a detour was in order to get you the strength. I'm getting like stability with this. Maybe some of you are actually even getting a loan for a car or house or property or something like that. Saving for a rainy day could also be saving for maybe a party, a wedding, a vacation, this beautiful moment. I mean, this could be just like the best date of your life. Let's get one more one more place card. I feel like that night, that person on the horse is almost like, you know, I'm getting like a little bit of the knight from the tarot energy, not really one in particular. I kind of see the Knight of Pentacles, but I kind of feel like it might be the other knights as well, but it was like a long, wet ride. And they're just so almost like not just exhausted, but so grateful to finally be at that destination. Like the journey, wet and long and hard, was worth it. I just heard, oh my God, I can't even think of who sings it. I think it's an Australian band. And I would walk with the 500 miles. And I would walk 500 more in a that song, 500 miles. Okay, let's get one more place, see what comes through. Get another message for you guys. Apparently you guys need to go to town today because you're going to the bank. You're going to the post office. You know, if you add the grocery store to that list, it sounds like one of my days off. So going to the bank, going to the post office. I mean, maybe you do meet somebody at one of these places. Maybe that's the rendezvous point. But it does say mail delivery written correspondence and package tracking. So some of you could actually just sometimes this is a big in-depth reading, and sometimes I feel like we just need our everyday little messages to come through, because we also live in reality land. So, I mean, if some of you need to go to the post office, maybe send a thank you, maybe some of you are getting an invitation or something like that, snail mail, or you're waiting for something to arrive. Maybe it's taking a long time and it feels like it's slow as a snail. Written correspondence and package tracking. So maybe if you're sending something like very valuable, make sure you get a tracking number for it. Or you found that something has finally arrived. And then at the bottom, we're going back to that forest. That's in a lot of these. So maybe some of you live near a forest. Wow, this is a really beautiful forest. This girl, I don't even know what she has with her. She's wearing like a beautiful, like it looks like she's dark, but it's like pretty sexy little outfit to be walking in the forest. Look at those big trees, the way the sun comes through. It has dense canopy, nature's sanctuary, and the forest floor. For some reason today, I think the forest is important for you guys. I'm not exactly sure why, but I do see like even this, even though it looks like it's out here in the open, I feel like this thing is on purpose to create that dense canopy here. It's like protection, or like, I don't know, almost like even like a tent. I just still feel like it's something coming together. But when you're here, you can't see that far into the forest. You know, you are kind of going into the unknown. Even if you have a path that is before you or that you are aware of, you still have to pay attention to every step you are taking when you are in the forest, or you're going to trip over something. You know, you never know what's going to be down there. There are different things happen in different seasons. There are different growths. Things fall down. So it is paying attention to your steps. But it's also like so much more fun to walk in a forest than on a sidewalk. I mean, unless you got cool things to see, you know, store windows and such on a sidewalk, or you're people watching. But it's just different energy when you're connecting to nature, especially if you're here by yourself. So I hear meet me. And then I don't know why I heard meet me in St. Louis. Meet me. Sometimes messages are random, but let's go to something else. Well, I'm holding this, so let's do this. But I'm also looking at that Oracle of Mystical Moments, and I feel like there's a lot of mystical, magical forest energy here besides the bank and the post office. So let's get one message from here. This is the Cosmos Oracle cards. Clarity for the collective. On the Four of Wands, indecision, Angel of Strength, the Forest, the Post Office, the Bank, and the Rendezvous Point. And patience. I heard signed, sealed, delivered, looking at that post office. Stevie coming through. Nice. One message for collective to be helpful for all the energy going on here right now. Daybreak. Nice. That's good. Maybe you've had patience. Maybe you had to camp out in that farce for a little bit. Maybe you had to teeter on that indecision, gain your strength, wait for some snail mail to come through, wait to sign some papers, get some stability back for something, and it looks like daybreak is coming, which is that last, it's like a 9, it's kind of like a 9 of rods kind of energy, like that last obstacle before the emergence of life. Hey, that feels like a good day. There's so many shooting stars in the sky. And this morning sun is actually like illuminating the entire mountain here. That's such a pretty card. At the bottom is merge. Wow. So, I mean, I see these, all right, so I see a lot of like something coming together. So maybe you and someone else, you and a, you know, another person, or you in a situation, you and your creativity, you in a perfect job or an opportunity or something like that, is almost like there's a coming together. So either it's you emerging at the right point in time, just when you need to be there, or a colliding of two people or something to come together to create this like fusion of a new universe. It's like one universe coming together and another universe coming together, and they collide at this point. And what happens next? Probably magic and miracles with that merge. Powerful combination to achieve excellence. So this is either you in a new position, you and your creativity, or hey, you and someone else, where worlds come together and collide. And it's like, I mean, the strength of the two of you together creates this magical excellence and change in your worlds or the world. Powerful combo. It kind of looks like this too, that energy here. And I am getting a lot of divine timing energy feeling. What did I say I wanted to get? This one. This one's really like, it's a little more like this. It's a little more like this guy here, this surrealist one. It's called the Oracle of Mystical Moments. It's not quite as obscure, but it kind of definitely takes a lot of like, I don't know, it's more of an intuitive oracle than, you know, some of these oracle cards just have words and then I'll get messages from that, or I'll see the pictures move, but this is a little different. So let's get one card, bring another layer to this reading and the energy to be helpful right now, and then maybe we'll move along to the tarot or another tarot. Day and night. I feel like that's a theme. I mean, you have daybreak here. I mean, I don't know if that's night, it's the universe, but cycles, day and night, sun and moon, masculine, feminine. I did see that kind of being what comes together. So either that's that beautiful balance in yourself, or within yourself and within someone else. She's literally holding on to the sun like it's a little bouncy ball. But then you got this new moon here, which means something is, I usually think of it as like a new chance for something. There's a lot of energy around the sun though. It's almost like she's got this veil or goggles on. I don't know why I want to say moon goggles. I don't know what that means, but that's what I heard. You see it? Can you see her? Oh, my camera. It's like, it's not really a veil. She can see perfectly fine, but it's like she's looking through the energy of the moon. So that makes me think of the energy of intuition, following the ebbs and the flows, trusting your discernment, trusting how to maybe see in all this forest energy, because if it's nighttime and you're out in this forest, you have to make a good decision to either stop and camp or wait for daybreak, or have some patience until, you know, it's a little bit later in the forest and or a full moon so you can see and you don't run into a tree, and or be more prepared on this rendezvous, you know, extravaganza excursion that you are trying, like heading out onto. and bring a flashlight or know how to start a fire. It's like there needs to be like, I'm getting like preparation involved somehow, but I don't feel like you need to worry about something, because I feel like whatever this is, you're strong enough, smart enough, and intelligent enough to figure out how to use your surroundings with what you have around you. So if you forgot something, you're going to figure it out. Also, this is the one, which is kind of like the magician. So that is taking really beautiful spiritual ideas and energy and bringing that magic down into your reality, using that yang energy that you're holding on to actually make this manifestation happen. It's the intuition that's coming through you and driving you towards this action energy. But it's this action energy that actually makes something happen. Although she is taking a little pause. You don't have to, walk that whole time through that journey. You have to eventually take a break and water your horse. So day and night. Is that a Kid Cudi song? If you see the one with the skateboard or something like that. It was random. Okay, so let's see what tarot. I have the animal one. Should we do this? Yeah, let's do this one, because you have all this forest. Animals are connected to nature. Let's see what comes through. Clarity on day and night. Four of Wands. Daybreak. Merge. Patience. Rendezvous. Point. Indecision. Angel of Strength. The bank and the post office. I love that those pop through. I kind of like that deck of cards. It's pretty random, but realistic, because you have this elusive stuff that happens in the tarot, but they don't always show like the post office, or who knows. I'm kind of curious to know what else is in that oracle deck now. Okay, clarity for. Let's get clarity. Let's go back to the beginning. Four of Wands. Let's get a little clarity on that and then see how it flows. We need to know about the Four of Wands, please. The Nine of Autumn. That's like, well, that kind of takes me to the bank. That's feeling financially stable and independent, feeling good that the energy that you actually put into something created this moon energy, I think, of feminine and beauty and Venus too, created this beautiful environment around you. Feeling secure and confident with what you have. It doesn't have to be lush, lavish, elegant, gigantic house. Maybe for some of you it is, but for others it could be just like a little hunting shack in the middle of the woods, but it's where you're comfortable and you feel proud that you are where you are. It's usually putting a lot of work into something, but this could be like a process or progress that you're making too. What brings you that idea of what is wealth and what is valuable is different for every person, but it is feeling secure, which is really nice. So it's having this beautiful security. This cat's kind of chilling out too. Also, the ragdoll cat is kind of a cool energy. Let me show you that. That's a Four of Winter. So I was just gonna say, the cool thing about the ragdoll cat, they're those cats, like you pick them up and they kind of like, they kind of like just give. They kind of just totally release their energy and kind of like fall like a little ragdoll. They're pretty cool. So, I mean, maybe you need to relax your attention into something, relax into the journey, have some patience, know that something is going to totally have these moments, but it could be this moment is really relaxing as well. It doesn't have to be a big like cha-cha. This is peace, comfort, security, getting to feel like you're actually sleeping really good. Like feeling really comfortable, having beautiful dreams. It's actually like tapping into dream time too. It's also healing energy. It's healing from something. But let's go back to this, the ragdoll. I mean, the only thing with the 9 of Pentacles is usually this person is kind of alone. They have all this beautiful stuff around them, but there's no one in the picture that they share it with. So I do feel like ideally the person that is in this energy of independence is perfectly comfortable being in their own company. But there's still always that desire or want that it should be shared somehow. Whether that's just inviting people out or going out of this environment a little bit to like mix and mingle. Your success has brought you financial security. I mean, that's interesting. You do have this. And the reward of much deserved. Hey, look at that. Time off. You deserve a time off. Maybe a little rendezvous in the woods. But it says time off to enjoy your own company. So hey, rendezvous by yourself in the woods. That's cool. You may suddenly have a brilliant idea for business or self-employment opportunity that will be very successful. It might be 2 ideas that you have. Putting this combo together creates this achieving excellence. It could also be combining different talents that you have, different facets of yourself that actually come together, that create something new. And then the koala is telling you to just, you know, 1 foot at a time, enjoy the journey, have patience with yourself and or someone else. You know, especially if someone's having a journey like that getting to you, or that's you. Think things through before making a decision. Continuing to overanalyze isn't going to get you any closer to a resolution, but meditation and prayer will bring the answers that you seek. Finding somewhere, even if it's in the car on the way to the bank. Maybe you don't get out of the car right away and you take like 5 minutes, just kind of sit there and put some music on, put no music on. Just allow sometimes we're so doing everything all the time. A lot of us do many things at once, multitasking, that we forget to just take a beautiful moment to do nothing. And when you go into that moment of meditation, even though you are probably going to come out with a good idea and go into this, you know, balanced energy that's going to involve your strength, a journey, all that is wonderful. But remember to have these moments, whether it's you dancing by yourself or with someone else, or just meditating. Going into like a zone to just allow whatever ideas come through you to come through. The koala, I see all the, I think they eat eucalyptus. It looks like also, you know, when you like my dog snuggles into herself. I just want to pet that koala. I want to give it a big old hug. It's so cute. All right, I kind of want to do tarot, but maybe one more from a different deck. Oh yeah, this one's perfect. This is the Weird World. Very appropriate. I feel like the energy kind of looks like that and that in these cards. So let's see if we can do one thing to sum up the 9 of Autumn, the 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Winter. So it's like Pentacles, Wands, and Air. There's no Cups cards here. It's like creation and passion, experience, clarity, mental thought, communication, peaceful within yourself, and then effort into your everyday world to bring that feeling of security. What is the bridge between all of these? Collective needs to know to be helpful today. We have two. What is this? I don't know what these are, but at the bottom is the star. So much happened. Oh, wow. Wow. All right, so this is nice. I just said we have, whew, we got feminine energy coming through. This, the two queens just came through together. So these might be two different people. These might be the same person together. Or because this is a collective reading, I feel like, you know, even when they're people, I feel like it's characteristics or like energies of personalities that are beneficial for all of this energy going on. So when it's the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, I mean, the Queen of Pentacles is definitely the queen that would have this. That would know how to make all of her surroundings absolutely gorgeous, even if it involved absolutely no money. It doesn't matter. It's not the money thing with this queen. She's able to create beauty, understand nature, like I always see her as like, I don't know, she's got like a beautiful dress on and she's out in the horse stall with the muck boots at the same time. Or she's like the woman that is up there building her own tree house with a pink hammer. But it's a feminine energy. It doesn't have to be a woman. But it's that like, did you just build that tree house by yourself? She's like, yeah, I got my pink tools. And you're just, what? But, you know, she also like creates lavish meals. She's nurturing, but she's physical. You know, she's the touch, the doing, you know, and it can be materialistic. If she's upside down, she can be really materialistic. Maybe like all about the, what is that? And somebody wants the big names. I can't even think of it right now. Like when somebody wants like the labels, you know, the fancy labels. And that's wonderful too. Because if she gets something that has a fancy label, she probably worked very hard for it. Unless she's kind of upright and she doesn't have any, that means that she doesn't have any like gratitude to the beautiful things that are actually around her, whether it was acquired by her actual effort or maybe just given to her or maybe just by default because of the environment that she's in. But it's not recognizing and having gratitude and appreciation for those amazing things and blessings, because not everybody has that. And when she's upright, she recognizes that those who don't, she wants to share. She wants to give helpful advice if she has that advice. She usually is very helpful, although she's not always received right. She does have a bunny here, so it is a possibility that something is a little bit fertile, a little bunny action. And she has a gigantic crown. And it's golden. So she recognizes her own value. She's also got like a metal corset on, protection here. What she feels in her like gut about something, she maybe keeps to herself. But she's holding this gentle little white daisy. And then we got this queen. So if I'm just going to say, if there's a combo of these two as one person, this is a pretty powerful queen. Because she's passionate, sexy, creative, hearty, handy. like she can manifest things. I'm just getting like she's logical and like she wants problems solved, but she has this thing going on too. This is like Miss Jayne here, you know. This is like really sexy energy. The Queen of Wands is, I mean, look at her. She's a big rose. She got sunflowers. She knows how to follow those opportunities. That's her wand. The energy she is putting, I mean, the wand, I think of a masculine energy. So the energy she knows how to put out, even though she's feminine and knows how to come hither, is aware of where those opportunities are. She knows how to follow the right warmth of the sun. She's really, really confident. She's very, very creative. She's got a huge black cat. It's not even like a little kitty cat like this one. She's got like a cat as big as a lion, and yet it's a kitty cat right there chilling out with her. I know what kind of cat that would be. And she's actually sitting on a throne that is like the sun. She can have this beautiful living crown of, you know, beautiful flowers, because the throne that she's sitting on actually is kind of like, I don't know, I want to say showing a cold sunshine. I don't even know what that means, because I think of like metal can be cold or really hot. Upside down, I don't really like her upside down. Upside down, we'll look at these because they're people. So upside down, she is kind of an ass. She's really, really, really the prima donna. She wants to be on that stage. She wants to be the best. She wants the lead. She wants to be the lead every single time, and it's not about anybody else. It's all about her or him. You know, it's a queen. She wants all these, you know, beautiful opportunities to just fall in her lap, and she's like, what is it when like the artists go on tour and they have the super ridinky-dink like list of demands that they want in order to do that. I mean, there's some that are absolutely beautiful. Upright, her demands, that's sort of what I see now. Upright, her demands would involve her whole crew having lunch and dinner and a break and all of the things that are the favorite for everyone. Having enough stuff, you know, maybe to feel comfortable, but she would consider everyone else, not make whoever is doing that, let's just say whoever's coordinating her show, to go out and get like, pick out every green M&M and have exactly 102,000 of them in a bowl there, or she's not going to do it. Like, really? Really? You're going to make somebody do that because you're that special? It's just, come on. So that's the attitude of her upside down, just to make it harder for someone because she's really full of herself. But this way, she's confident enough that she's not afraid of anyone taking the spotlight. She wants other people to succeed too. She wants other people to shine too. She wants to bring those people that she knows has a good voice, and they're maybe not wanting to come up on stage or got the balls to. She's gonna like, come with me. I want you to sing a duet. And they're like, no. Like, yeah, girl. Yeah, boy, come on. You got to show that voice off. And gives them the opportunity to maybe get their own strength, to maybe try something on their own. I'm not even sure what I just said with all these cards. I hope that was helpful, because we're going to end on the star. Hey, we're going back to healing. I mean, I did just talk about the stage and stuff like that. And then you got the star. Sometimes it's an actual star. Being the star in someone else's movie, their life movie, you being the star in your own. This is beautiful to end on because it's healing, it's hope, it's patience, it's the arrival of something that you wished on a star for, the chance to have a dream come true, the chance for something to be healed and mended, the chance to really discover what your true destiny is, what all these steps that you've been taking in this dense forest are all about, what that ultimate rendezvous point destination is going to be like. It's Aquarius energy, something really unusual that could possibly come true. It feels as weird as a brand new world. And it's 17, which brings you back to the 8. She's literally grabbing stardust, pulling it out of the sky, and like squeezing stardust into this beautiful bowl that is overflowing into this lake. It's like this is you, this star, reflecting heaven and earth together. this like little oasis within this forest adventure journey that's going on right now. It's kind of like this. Interesting. It kind of brought us back to the start. Here, this fountain is here by itself. This arrival is inevitable. It's coming. These two people are going to arrive. It looks like when that moment arrives, first and foremost you, but possibly someone else has figured out what to do with this spiritual energy, how to bring it down to ground, and have it overflow and reflect in your world. And with that, I bid you adieu. I love you guys so much, and I will see you soon.